This is Passengers United, elevating your voice, advancing our transit.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Charlton D'Souza, President of Passengers United. We have breaking news. Breaking news. Today is Wednesday, July 30th, and this is being recorded literally around 2:27 p.m. So we have breaking news. The MTA fare for subways and buses, that includes local buses, Nice Bus, Nassau and County Express, and Beeline buses, will be going up to $3. Now, we don't know if Beeline Bus will be raising their fares, but they probably will have to. And I know Nice Bus is having a meeting tomorrow, so they probably will get in line with the $3 fare increase. We will find out more tomorrow on that. So let's do a breakdown on the fare increases. So this is the presentation by the MTA board. Update on fare and toll changes. Presentation to the MTA board, July 30th, 2025. So again, fares and tolls are core to the MTA's ability to provide service. And basically, it's saying that fares and tolls fund 40% of the operating budget. Um, and of course, the MTA has a lot of labor cost, as you guys know. So, what does the fare and toll increase get riders? Now, this is what the MTA is claiming. They're claiming more transit service in the peak and off peak periods. Service increases on 12 subway lines. Guys, adding one or two train trips is not really increasing service. And they're claiming there's more frequent local and express buses. Please, half the express and local buses are being cancelled because of defective buses, air conditioning issues, lack of equipment, or lack of bus drivers. They're also claiming there's a 41% increase in LIR service. I would like to see this. So now they're saying discounted fare products like fare capping, city ticket, and reduced fares for seniors and people with disabilities. So, what is good with this plan is seniors will be able now to ride the railroad all day. Same thing with the express buses. They will have that option now, which is good. However, we are not getting a city ticket weekly. That is the bad news. And let me tell you guys, we at Passengers United are going to be fighting for a city ticket weekly. There is no way in hell that the MTA can do this fare increase and not have a city ticket weekly for people who use the bus, subway, and commuter rails within the five boroughs. That has to be done. So basically, let's just go here. So this is the MTA propaganda as usual, that they are claiming that mass transit keeps New York affordable. Yes, it does. But again, guys, the trains are filthy. There's feces and urine on the seats, needles in the subway stations. They really need to spend the money to clean the stations. So basically, the MTA had claimed that fare and toll increases are small and predictable, which, if you do look at SEPTA, guys, what's going on in Philadelphia and other cities, that is kind of true. It's only a 4% fare increase, but a 4% increase to people with different budgets. If you're making minimum wage, and that could have a serious effect on your budget. And also for college students and people who work, part-time jobs, that affects them. So basically, the MT is claiming that base fare increases have tracked below inflation. So basically, the fare right now is 290, but they're claiming that if the fare had been adjusted by inflation, it would actually be 350. So one good thing, if there's any good things to see in this thing, when you ride the MTA, you can go anywhere within the five boroughs for $3 now, which, I mean, it's not bad, guys. But again, we have major concerns. And some of the concerns is they're getting rid of the 7-day and 30-day prepaid unlimited. We're going to talk about that. So basically, I'm just going to go through the chart right now. So these are the fare and toll rates, the proposed changes. So this is very important, and you want to share this out. Take an opportunity now to share this out with your friends and colleagues, guys. So basically, the base fare, the current fare, as we all know, is $2.90. The proposed fare starting January 1st is going to be $3. So it's a 10-cent fare increase per ride. Now, here's the bad news. If you pay $2.90 in coins and you board the bus, starting in January, you will no longer be able to pay in coins. That is in violation of the Federal Transit Administration law. there has to be a coin payment for each trip, and that option has to be available. We will be fighting to keep that option so that people who, maybe they do a trip once or twice a month and they want to pay in coins, they should have that option. And don't you guys like the jingle of the fare box? I know I do sometimes. That's what made riding the bus fun. Hearing the coins through the the fare box machine. So seriously, guys, the reduced fare currently is $1.45. It's going up to $1.50. A 12 trip fare cap. Now, the fare cap option is good for a lot of people, I know, on fixed incomes and people who work minimum wage jobs. And this has nothing to do with fair fares. That's a different program. So the current fare is for the 7 day fare capping is $34. It's going up to $2 to $36. So you have that. Now the express buses, there will no longer be a prepaid 7 day unlimited and a prepaid 7 day express bus plus and a 30-day unlimited prepaid card. You won't be able to do those options anymore. So under the plan, so the current express bus fare, the base fare, $7. The proposed fare is going up to $7.25 per ride. Now, on the express buses, obviously, very few people are gonna have. Nobody's putting in $7.25 of change. So, and the express buses have never really accepted change since I think the last two fare increases. So, you need an Omni card for that. Okay. Now, what I do have concerns about is that you used to have the ability to buy a Metro card. Now, with Omni, they're saying that you're going to have the $67 fare cap, the proposed. Now, the current fare, as we all know, for the 7 day Express Bus Plus Metro card is $64, which I like and I've used it. So let's just hope the $67 fare cap works, and I'm hoping that will include local buses and subways. So let's go down now. Fare and toll rates, proposed changes, LIRR and Metro North. So 1 way peak, the average is going to be 4.4%, excluding city zones. Monthly and weekly, average 4.4 increase, a $500 cap remains for those who are living in Montauk and those zones. Monthly fares still lower than pre-pandemic. Now here's where we have an issue with Passengers United. City ticket, Far Rockaway ticket. The peak ticket is $7.25. It's going up. So the current fare is $7. It's going up 25 cents. Same thing with the off peak. And I say no to this. No. In fact, I think it should go down. People cannot afford this. And we've been telling the MTA there needs to be an overnight city ticket price of $3. I think they should have it at $3 or $3.50, but there should be that option because the subways are really bad at night and on the weekends, and you need that option. So that's something that we are going to be fighting for, and also a city ticket weekly for those commuters. They should have that. So again, peak city ticket and Far Rockaway ticket become permanent fare products, which is good that they want to make it permanent, but it should be, I would say the peak should really be 525 and maybe the overnight should be that price. Okay, let's keep going down. For those of you who drive, and again, congestion pricing has really changed a lot of people. It's had an impact on small businesses, people's budgets, and a lot of people who live in transit deserts, they have to drive. So to use the Midtown Tunnel, the Verrazano, the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel, the Whitestone Bridge, RFK, Henry Hudson, all those bridges, these are the current. So the current one for the main bridges is $6.94. The proposed is $7.46, and this is in addition to congestion pricing, the $9 fee. So that's a lot of money. And Staten Island residents can pay $2.75 at the Verrazano, so they're still getting that discount. I can only hope they keep that. Now here's the bad news for LIRR customers. So we know a lot of LIRR customers try to get over. And guys, I knew that this thing was going to come to an end. Some people were taking advantage of the system and not paying their fares and all this crap and hiding in the restroom. And so what's going to happen now, the MTA got smart. So what the MTA is doing now is they're going to be putting some safeguards in place. So customers will no longer need to activate one-way tickets. All mobile tickets will auto-activate upon purchase. Tickets will remain valid for 4 hours. And benefit simplifies the user experience, speeds up the ticket validation process, eliminates customers' ability to reuse tickets on a later trip. Ticketing policies on the commuter railroads. A reduced fare product will be available 24/7 for seniors, people with disabilities, and people on Medicare. This is some great news. This needed to be done. Okay, I'll give the MTA kudos on this. Okay, this is good. Same, but they don't have this for express buses yet. And that is my concern. There should be a reduced fare option for express buses as well, and also for fares. They should have that there. So there is some good news on the commuter railroads. Customers can buy a day pass for unlimited travel. However, this day pass does not include free entry to the subway or bus. And I think if they had that option, this would be a game changer. So that's something we're going to be asking the MT to do. And again, this new day pass will be valid until 4 a.m. the next day. A weekday pass, 10% discount on the price of two peak one-way tickets, and a weekend pass. So they will have a weekend pass as well. Price of two off-peak tickets. And ideal for the day tripper and remote worker with occasional in-office days, simplifies the user experience, allows for additional stops en route, and may encourage new hop-on, hop-off discretionary travel. I think they could do more with this. I really do. Ticketing policies on the commuter railroads. After 10 trips, you'll automatically get an 11 ticket for free, available on train time only. All trips need to be taken within 2 weeks between the same zones. Free trip can be used in peak and off peak. And again, the benefits they're claiming is ideal for the hybrid commuter, offering a more flexible fare and all of that stuff. So this is what I wanted to talk about: ticketing policies on the commuter railroads. Reoccurring late mobile ticket purchases will be subject to a surcharge, just like onboard paper tickets. Train time customers who repeatedly buy their tickets just before the conductor arrives will be penalized after an escalating series of warnings. Onboard surcharge will increase by $2. So they're claiming this will help avoid conflict and helps crews move quickly through the train and all of that stuff. And then these are the fare policies in subways and buses. So they're claiming that tap and go is a win for customers and the MT. Well, when Nice Bus and Beeline Bus has it, and the I believe Pat Train should really have gotten this too, but they're not getting it. But again, this is what the MT is claiming, that it's going to save taxpayer dollars. Now, the only bad thing about this, for those of you who don't pay your fares, fare inspectors will now be able to ask for proof of payment. So that is going to be an issue. And for those who don't pay their fares, so I'm warning everyone now, pay your fares, guys. And then it says fare policies on subways and buses. Make the 7-day rolling fare cap permanent. Customers will always create. That is good for a lot of people, and also the fare capping for express bus customers. But here's what we have an issue with. The MTA wants to retire the prepaid 7-day, 30-day, and express bus plus unlimited passes. Now, the MTA is claiming that $200 million was wasted and unaccounted for because customers didn't use that money. At least we got honest explanation from the MTA today. However, I will say this. If we allow the MTA to get rid of the prepaid 7-day, 30-day, and Express Bus Plus unlimited passes, once it's gone, once the MTA board eliminates those options for customers, it's going to be very hard to get it back. So what I'm saying to customers, let's be on the defensive. Let's keep pushing to keep these passes. With the technology they have, people with different budgets and different needs should have different options, and they should keep that. And they do accept cash at card vending machines if they do work, and you could also reload it up at Walgreens and other retailers. So here's what we're angry with: the public hearings and next steps. So they're claiming so they just announced this today, July 30th. These idiots want to have the hybrid public hearings on August 19th and 20th. No, BS. They need to have this in September. I would say mid-September when everyone comes back. And then in September, they're claiming there's going to be feedback sessions at transit hubs. In fall 2025, the MTA board votes on the proposed changes. January 2026, the new fare and toll rates go into effect. And this is the problem I have with the MTA. Metro cards will no longer be sold. Well, newsflash, MetroCard should be sold because Nice Bus, National Accounting Express, and Beeline buses will not be getting their fare boxes fully installed and the software checked till April 2026. So that's why I think they should keep it. And here's the other thing. So they're not accepting coins starting in January on local buses. However, listen to this. MetroCard will no longer be accepted later in 2026. But tap and go required for subways and buses, coin no longer accepted on local buses. The $1 Omni card fee promotion will end and the price will increase to $2. No, BS. It should really be free. I don't think that they should charge people a fee to buy their cards. That's BS. But again, guys, the Omni cards are strong. If they're going to charge people for the Omni cards, they need to change the designs and colors. Make it user friendly. So that's pretty much it, guys. This is Passengers United with the breaking news. And again, guys, we want a city ticket weekly for Metro North and LIRR. We believe that there should be discounts open all over the place, and we shouldn't limit our options, guys. That's what I'm saying. So, again, and as far as the 4% increase, there really shouldn't be an increase with all the crap going on, the crime, the filth, it's disgusting down there. But, we do need the service. I'd rather have a 4% increase than have budget cuts like what SEPTA and other agencies are going through. So sometimes with these things, it's not good. But with all the waste and mismanagement, guys, we have to wonder, where's all of our money going? So this is Passengers United. This is breaking news. Again, please share this out. Please subscribe to our channel. And please follow us on X, on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all the other channels. Thank you so much, guys. And it is hot right now. It is like 97 degrees while I'm recording this. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good evening. Bye.